called the Royal NFT. Royal NFT is a very important aspect of metaverse space and is the next in the line of the program that we are expecting to be launched in the near future. Although there is no specific date that has been given to that yet, but we are expecting that it's going to be launched. Like I have said, there is both advantage to disadvantage of being quickly launched or of being delayed. Yes, we, as at this moment, when it has not been launched, every participant is enjoying 50% bonus in activating levels. And so many people are doing their best to move up higher with this window that is open, in which we can activate every level in the classic force with 50% bonus. When we look at the 50% bonus, which is going to be over when the Royal NFT is launched, many of us or many people are wishing or praying that the Royal NFT should be delayed so that they can move up as high as possible. But on the other hand, many of us are also praying or wishing that the Royal NFT be launched soon. When it is launched, though, the 50% bonus will be terminated at the launch of the Royal NFT, but is going to create an additional stream of income for every participant of metaverse space. In the time past, from all the Zoom meetings and presentations that I have made or that we have held together, I have not really talked in detail about the Royal NFT. The few times we talk about the Royal NFT was one of our partners that gave us some explanation on what this Royal NFT is all about. Many of my team has been shutting me up, asking me serious and tough questions concerning this Royal NFT, and I have been asking them that, okay, wait for Mr. Lado to give us more information, more insight about the Royal NFT. But now we already have some information already that Mr. Lado has given, in which we really need to understand appropriately. I have come to discover that there are a lot of false information that is going about concerning this Royal NFT. And because of that, I've said that it is very important that we put out the truth, the fact, the reality. You know, I'm such a leader that I'm not going to cajole you or lie to you in order to have you join my team. As many of you have said, I have a very huge team. I even try to discourage people. When they want to join, I usually ask them, have you studied metaverse space? Have you made your own research, like in cryptocurrency? One of the acronyms that we do is that do your own research. No matter what I tell you about metaverse space, do your own research apart from what I have told you. Have you understood the system? The first thing is not about journey. The first thing is not about bringing in your money. The most important aspect is that have you studied the system? Have you made your research? Do you know what it's all about? Do you know how it works? Do you know your part to play? Yeah, before you join. So in that case, what am I doing? There are so many people that have told me that they want to join, they want to send me their money to that I can register for them. I said, no, until you have understood the system, don't join yet. Some of them have sent them videos of explanation. They claim that they are too busy and don't have the time to watch so lengthy video. And I've told them that if you don't have the time to watch such lengthy video presentation explanation about somewhere you want to put in your money, where about the system, that means the system is not for you. You might go and look for something else to do. I really want those who want to come to metaphor space with at least some level of understanding of what the system is all about, so that we can all participate according to rules, and nobody will feel as if he has been lied to. And we have done a lot of explanation concerning the first classic, which is the first of all the program that has been launched, in which we have the S6 and the S3 program, where many of us are already earning a lot of money every day. And so for now, we are going to talk about the Royal NFT, because in the Royal NFT, this is where members, participants of Metaphor Space, have the opportunity to earn passive income, income. And it is very important that people have the right and correct information. Even myself, I want to discover that some of the things that I was told in the time past concerning the Royal NFT were not true. And I was so surprised when I made a lot of research. I asked my fellow leaders in our global leaders group, asked support. I have to study the materials that have been given, and I asked serious questions in order for me to get some level of understanding concerning this Royal NFT. And I'm some kind of excited about what I discover, about what I have understood concerning this Royal NFT, of which I want to briefly share with every one of us. And at the end of the brief meeting, I will open the door for us to ask our question, and those who want to make contribution can also make contribution. So the number one thing about the Royal NFT is that is an opportunity for every member of Metaphor Space to earn passive income. Now, what is now the criteria or the condition to participate in the Royal NFT? For you to be able to meet or activate level 0 in the Royal and up to level 5 in the first classic as at now. So as the Royal NFT will be launched, for you to be able to participate or to start earning, you should have activated up to level 5 in your first classic. Now the question is that what about those who have not activated up to level 5? Can they still earn from the Royal NFT? The answer is yes, because everyone who has activated levels in first classic, whether level 1, you have been given a product which is the value for your money in form of stable first classic. Many of us do call it stable first coin. It is actually called stable first classic, SFC. And this SFC is different from the first coin that will be launched in the future. Now, some of us have also confused this stable first classic, which is the SFC, with this first coin that will be launched, that will be the community token, which will replace the current stable DAI with which we have been activating levels in the transactions and purchases in the Metaverse ecosystem. It's a coin that has a very powerful tokenomics that also has the potential to multiply as many times as possible. Can do times 100, times 1,000, times 10,000. It can do as many times as we well beyond our expectation. But all these things are still speculation. But considering the community-based, the community of metaverse space, it is very easy to predict that is a coin that is going to increase rapidly in price because of the already use case provided for it even before it is launched. So every one of us is excited about the first coin. And some of us have been asking that, what about members, participants of Metaverse Space, that have activated First Classic? Will they have some coin, free coin before the launch? Is still under speculation. From some of the materials that Mr. Lado released before the launch of Metaverse Space, members of Metaverse Space participants who already activated First Classic are entitled to some false coin. But this will be given, more details will be given about that when the tokenomics is released in the near future. So today we are not talking about the first coin, we are talking about the SFC, the Royal NFT. So for you, if you have activated only level 1 in the First Classic, you have received some stable First Classic, stable the SFC. And even though you have not been able to upgrade or activate up to level 5, by the time that the Royal NFT is launched, you will be able to sell this your SFC to those who will need it to pump their NFT. So that is the good news. So your stable First Classic is not a waste, even though you have not activated up to level 5. It's not a waste at all. You can still sell them in the marketplace for those who will need them to pump their NFT. Now, some people have been putting a price on the SFC, that one SFC is equal to $1. Well, there is no information in regards to that yet. Maybe there's any information somewhere and I've not got it to know, but Mr. Lado has not given us any information about that. But what we know is that this SFC has economic value. We don't know yet whether one SFC will be equal to $1 or more than $1 or less than $1. But what we know that the SFC has value. Even with your 5 SFC that you have received for activating level 1, you can still sell it in case you do not have the ability to upgrade to level 5 for you to receive the NFT with the zero energy level. So it is very, very exciting that every one of us who has activated or participating in Metaverse Space are going to earn, benefit, or receive income when the Royal NFT is eventually launched. And another error that that I have been spreading is that some people have said that when you activate up to level 5 in the First Classic, you will receive NFT of level 0 with 0 energy level, and you will not earn. And when you activate level 6, you will be in the activator level of the NFT. When you activate level 7 in First Classic, then you move to supervisor level in the Royal NFT. When you activate level 8, you move to manager level. When you activate level 9, you move to pro manager, level 10, pay center, level ambassador, level 12, the millionaire club member. That is not true. It's not true. So even if you have activated up to level 12 in the First Classic, does not automatically put you in the millionaire club of the level 7 in the Royal NFT. Every one of us, both who have activated up to level 5 or level 6 or level 12, like myself, we will all start from the level 0 to activate it because you have gotten to level 5. What will now happen to your SFC? Your SFC, which you have received, will still remain. For the fact that you activate this NFT does not mean that your SFC will disappear. You will have your NFT with 0 energy and your SFC in your wallet, because some of us might have sold all our SFC before we get to level 5. And when we get to level 5, maybe we don't have any SFC again because we have sold them. We can still activate the NFT. Then what is now left is that we will need 3,500 energy token to pump each NFT. Some of us feel bad about that okay, as at now, one SFC is equivalent from the activation of level. One SFC is equivalent to like $1. In other words, for you to get 5 SFC, that means you have used $5 to have activate level 1. Where am I going to get $3,500 to pump my NFT from 0 level to level 1, which is the activator level? That is the point where there will be demand and supply. There will be demand and supply. Some person will have their NFT with 0 energy, and they might not have the enough SFC or enough token to pump it to activator. They might have to sell it for those who need it. And those who need the NFT can buy the NFT and can also buy this SFC, which is the stable force classic. So that will create a lot of demand. That is going to create a lot of demand for those who have the SFC, and for those who need it. You will need 3,500 SFC to pump your NFT from 0 energy to don't know what took away my network, but so let me try to share again. Okay. Let's leave that. If there's nothing to share, I can talk without sharing anything. Okay. Like I was saying, we will need 3,500 SFC to pump each NFT to become activator, which is the level 1 NFT. So that will make those who need the NFT, the SFC, to create market for those who have it. And that will put you in activator level. It doesn't matter whether you have activated your first classic to level 12, or you have activated your first classic to level 8 or whatever level. Everybody is going to start at level 0. So with 3,500 SFC or SFCR, some of us have been receiving SFCR. When you cycle out, we activate, each level, you get a so let's call it point. You don't want to call it token again. You get point in the form of SFCR for recycling. So that will put you in activator level. Then for you to move to the next level, which is level 2, the supervisor level, you need three pump at three pump NFT of activator level that we mesh together in order for you to move up high to the second level, which is the supervisor level. Now, this is how it works. By the time that you have gotten your first NFT and you have pumped it with 3,500 SFC or SFCR, and it has become activator, then automatically another NFT will be created for you by the system, which you can pump again. So every time you have pumped each NFT to the activator level with 3,500 energy token or SFC, a new NFT will be created for you. And once you have these three activator NFT, you can mesh them together to which will be bound to move you to the next level, which is level 2, called the supervisor level. And when you have these three of these supervisor level meshed together, it will move you to the next level, which is called the manager level. And you will need three of these manager NFT meshed together to give you the pro manager NFT. And you will need three of the pro manager NFT merged to give you the pay setter NFT, which is level 5. And you need three of pay setter NFT merged to give you the ambassador NFT, which is level 6. And you will need three of these ambassador NFT mesh to get the Millionaire Club member, which is the highest level NFT. And in each case, you will always be having a new NFT for you in level 1. That means you can be in all the levels from level 1 or even from level 0 to level 7 at the same time. Now, what is the importance of moving higher? Now, the income generated, the global turnover, will be shared in these 7 NFT levels. Each NFT that you have in each level is a share that will give you the percentage income for that particular level. Now, for level 1, which is the activator level, we receive 10% of the global share. Now, the 10% of the global share is not for one person, but for all the shareholders in level 1. And each NFT that you have fully pumped, each activator NFT of the level 1 give you 1 share in that level 1. So you can have as many shares as possible depending on how many pump NFT you have in level 1. Take for instance, someone can have 10 NFT that is pumped in level 1. That will give that person 10 shares. Another person may have 1 NFT that is pumped in level 1, and that will give that person 1 share. Another person may decide to have 100. You can have as many of them as possible. But everyone in that level 1 are those that will receive altogether combine the 10% global share. And you know, for level 2, all the shareholders, all the NFT holders in level 2 will receive 11% of the global share. All the shareholders in level 3 will receive 12% of the global share. All the shareholders or NFT holder in level 4 will receive 30%, level 5, 40%, level 6, 50%, and level 7, 25%. And as you can see, that the higher we go, the more difficult it is to have the NFT in those levels. That means that there are going to be fewer people in that level that will share an income that is a little bit higher than those in the lower level. So these are the things that I've really studied and I have come to explain about the NFT. And many of us want to do our best to move as high as possible. And this system will create a form of market, supply, and demand where those who have the SFC can sell it to those who need it. And those who have the NFT, there will be those who want to come into the Royal NFT and they have not activated level 5. How did they get it? They will buy it from those who have activated up to level 5, but maybe they don't want to use it or they want to sell it. So there will be an opportunity for you to sell your NFT for those who need it and also to sell your SFC for those who need it. So these are the information that I have decided that I'm going to share with us today, and it's going to be very brief. It's going to be very brief, and I'm going to stop at this point and then give room for question. So if you have question to ask, you can kindly raise up your hand and I will unmute you to ask your question. I will unmute you to ask your question. Okay. So if you have questions, some persons are raising up their hand. I'm going to unmute Sahidu Rahman. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Sahidu Rahman, if you have a question, you can unmute yourself to ask your question. Okay. Any other person with any question? We have so many people in the house today, and that we want to ask question. Okay. Teresa Kainjila, do you want to say something?
Hi, Mr. Chris. Mine, I don't really want to ask a question. I'm a leader
Okay,
from Namibia. I don't want to have. I don't have a question.
where are you calling from?
From Namibia, Windhoek.
Okay, from Namibia. Okay, let us hear you.
Yes. No, like I was saying, mine is not a question. Instead, it's just an appreciation because this NFT issue was really starting to cause a stay in my team. People were becoming discouraged when, when rumors are going around to say, no, you need 3,500 SFCs to what? To start earning passive income and all that. So now that you made it very clear as to how one can earn passive income and how we can go about it, getting this 3,500 SFCs to activate our first level. Now it's really it's really eye-opening, and I highly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you are welcome. You know, I have been dodging from this NFT for a long time because the first time that Mr. Lado released the video about the NFT, when I watched the video, I understood very little of the video. So I tend not to talk about it until I'm able to understand it. But I discovered that so many of my team were asking me serious questions. And I also saw a lot of misinformation about it. And I had to do a lot of study and do a lot of consultation to try to come up with the correct information and simplify it to my team. Because as we have all known, Metaphor Space is not a hit and run project. It's a project that is here to stay for a long time. And it is important that we build on truth and facts. There is no need for me to tell lies to people in order to have them join Metaphor Space. And at the end of the day, they discover that what I have told them is not really the complete truth. The problem will not be that it is not the fault of Metaphor Space, it's my own fault because I have told people what is not true concerning the system. So thank you so much for your contribution. And I really hope that many of us are clarified. And even though that some of us are not really that happy about the 3,500 SFC to pump the NFT to activator level, but we also understand that even though you cannot get it, you can decide to sell the one you have for those who need it. So thank you so much. So let me bring somebody.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, you are welcome. So let me bring somebody on board. Geronimo, you can unmute yourself and ask your question or make your contribution. Geronimo Sumbani, or you mistakenly raise up your hand. All right, if you are not ready. Okay.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, you are welcome. Where are you joining us from?
Yes, I'm joining from Mozambique.
Okay, Mozambique. Yeah, you are welcome. Good to have you on board.
Yes, yes, I do appreciate their presentation. It's now clear what was being told about NFT and SFC. So my question is, for those that they are going to sell their SFC, there will be available a market on our platform, or they will be listed on a decentralized exchange where they can swipe when they want to sell them?
Well, there is going to be a market place specifically for that in our platform, where buyers and sellers will interact. That is the way I see it. There's going to be a marketplace for that, where those who need it can get it from those who have it.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That was my question. And
Okay, you are welcome.
yes, let's rock on metaphors.
Okay. So do you have any other question?
For now, no, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for your question and thanks for joining us. Okay. There is someone, Prem Prakash. Prem Prakash, you are on board. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Prem Prakash. Okay. Sahidu Rayman, you've raised up your hand since. I think I'm going to lower your hand. Okay. All right. That